This is part 2 of everything I prepped for my wedding. In this part, I'll walk you through what I put in my bridesmaids boxes. I started with these acrylic Amazon dust bag boxes. I wanted them to be useful and not just a gift box, so that the girls can use them to store their handbags. I cricketed each girl's name on the top of the box with frosted vinyl so it's subtle. And my husband is a football fanatic, so we had to include a gift that expresses him in there as well. So we opted for Bill's jersey with each person's last name and our wedding year, 2025. Then I got each girl my favorite perfume roller, Roses and Roses, and I added a rose gold watch because some like yellow gold and some like silver. I finished the box off with a Greek candle, a bum bum cream, and a gua sha, and placed on top of the box I added a pink blush with a personalized card for each bridesmaid asking her, will you be my bridesmaid? Yes, I tried to write it first with my handwriting, but then I cricketed them because it looked disgusting. But that's how the blush looked like. I used the same ribbon to tie the box, and I added a vintage personal letter for each girl. I can show you how to make them too. They thought they were coming for my birthday, but we surprised them. Groomsmen boxes. We started by printing the name of each guy on the boxes. Then we used Steven's favorite slogan from his favorite show, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, news, 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 news. And of course, he's a football fanatic and he loves the Bills. Go Bills. So we included Bill's jerseys with everyone's last name and the wedding year, 25. We also added a captain patch for his best man. We also added a perfume, this unspillable rock glass, and a can tool. We also got these jewelry boxes that they were supposed to be for necklaces, but we used them for the cigars, and we put like little tuxedos on top. Then we tied the boxes with some white ribbon so it looks like a tuxedo. Before I show you all the decorations that I made for the day, let me rewind back to show you how I made these personalized letters for my bridesmaids. After choosing the font that I want and writing out the letters for each girl, I used my Cricut Maker 3 to print them. I used the lighter to irregularly burn the edges, and then I splattered some coffee to give it that vintage look. I opted for these stamps, and I used baby breath between them and the letters. And for my letters, I chose these clear ones so that it fits the theme of being transparent, like the boxes themselves. I wanted to add an element that is kind of personalized and different for each girl, especially that I didn't have a maid of honor and that all of the gifts were similar. So this was a very special addition, and they all loved it. Now, this part, I'll show you how I prepped my Airbnb to propose for my bridesmaids. I started by setting up this huge grazing table. Then I started setting up another table in the middle of the living room. The theme was something blue, so I opted for these baby blue flowers, and then I added some candelabras and some tea lights. We printed this picture at Office Max, and I printed name tags and I tied them around the champagne flutes. I created a quick logo from our first names, first letters, and I printed them on a bunch of stuff, and this was our cake. This is how the table ended up looking, and this is how we chose to arrange our gifts. And then everybody started coming. They were coming for my birthday supposedly, but we surprised everybody with the proposal instead. It was really sweet. And then Steven and I made a PowerPoint presentation to introduce everybody to one another, but it was more of like a wedding roast, so we were listing pros and cons for everybody, and also how long we knew them and how we met. And then we recorded some TikToks. We were dancing. Wait for me for the next part. I'll show you how it went when I tried wedding dresses in America and why I decided to make it in Egypt.